Hello, welcome. Today we will see TSTET 2022 CDP Question Paper with answers, which was held on 12th June 2022. Child Development and Pedagogy. First question. With one of the following law, the more times a stimulus induced response is repeated, the longer it will be retained. The options are 1. The law of exercise, 2. The law of repetition, 3. The law of effect, 4. The law of readiness. And the answer for this is law of exercise. This comes under the law of learning. And the famous quote for this is practice makes man perfect, because the stimulus more it's induced, the response will be repeated and longer it will be retained. Second question. A procedure that establishes a sequence of responses which lead to a reward following the final response and then working backwards is called. For this, add score was given. So exact answer was not given. But to know the difference between shaping and chaining, I have kept a proof on the right hand side. Shaping is reinforcing small steps on the way to reach the desired behavior, whereas chaining is performing a number of responses successively to get the reward. So hopefully I feel that the answer for this is chaining, but in the exam add score was given for this. Third one, generalization is a reaction to differences, association, pairing and similarities. Actually, generalization means what a group of people or things have in common. So here we talk about similarities. So answer for this is option 4, similarities. Fourth one, in Pavlov's classical conditioning experiment, the conditioned stimulus was, so the conditioned stimulus was ringing of the bell. So the answer for this is option 3, bell. Next, fifth one. Psychologist Albert Bandura has developed the theory of observation learning, insightful learning, operant conditioning, classical conditioning. So, the psychologist Albert Bandura's theory was observational learning, and the major component of Bandura's social learning theory. And the next one, insightful learning, is by Kohler, operant conditioning by B.F. Skinner, classical conditioning by Ivan Pavlov. Sixth one, Vygotsky proposed that child development is, and we know that according to Vygotsky's socio-cultural theory, social interaction was seen as a critical force of development. So the answer for this is option 4, a product of social interaction. Next, seventh question. The influence of having previously practiced skill on the learning of new skill is called. So the previously practiced skill on the learning of new skill is called, we are transferring the learning, so it is transfer of learning. Next, eighth one, using existing knowledge or skills to address unanswered questions is called problem solving. Now next, ninth one, deductive thinking refers to thinking in which, so we know deductive reasoning is from going from general principle to special case. From special case to general principle is inductive reasoning. So the answer for this is deductive thinking they are asking. So it is an inference or conclusion is derived logically from information on hand. That is, from general we are going to a special case. Now 10th one, identify the type of memory that deals with the general world knowledge that are accumulated by the individuals throughout their lives, like facts, ideas, meanings and concepts. Now this is according to human memory. It is of different types, that is sensory memory, short term memory and long term memory. And in the question they are asking us memory that deals with general world, so which deals with the general world knowledge and that are accumulated by the individuals throughout their lives, like facts, ideas, meanings and concepts. So it is semantic memory. We can see in the bottom of the image which is provided here, the facts and concepts, everything comes under semantic memory, whereas events and experiences, it comes under episodic memory. Now the 11th one, according to the Bruner, young children learn mainly in the, so in this both the options, that is enactive mode and iconic mode, both were considered in the examination. Now 12th question, learner centered teaching means that option 1, learners are given an opportunity to construct knowledge and teacher is a guide in the learning process. 2, learners know little and teaching involves transmission of facts to them. 3. Learners are considered passive recipients and teachers as a right to knowledge. This we can directly say no, because they are always active. Always we should remember that learners are active, they are not passive. Fourth one, learners are slow. So this is also wrong. And then second one, learners know little. So we can say that learners know little. So that is also wrong. So the answer is option 1. Here the learners are given the opportunity to construct the knowledge and teacher is a guide in the learning process. 13th question. Cooperative learning lessons can be characterized by the following features except 1. Students work in teams to master learning goals. 2. Competition among teacher and students. 3. Teams are made up of high average and low average students. 4. Whenever possible, teams include a racial, culture and gender mix. So the answer for this option 2, competition among teacher and students. 14th one, the education for children with special needs should be provided 1. In special schools only, 2. By special teachers in special schools, 3. Along with other normal children, 4. By the methods developed for special children in the special schools. Nowadays we say about inclusive education, so we have to involve them in normal things also. So the answer is option 3, along with other normal children. 15th one, inclusive education 1 includes indoctrination of facts, 2 includes teachers from marginalized groups, 3 celebrates diversity in the classroom, 4 encourages strict admission in the procedure. So answer is option 3, that is celebrates diversity in the classroom. 16th one, a few students in your class are exceptionally bright. You will teach them 1. By using enriched programs, 2. Only when they want, 3. Along with the others in the class, 4. Along with higher classes. So that answer is option 1, by using enriched programs. 14th one, 17th one, dyslexia is associated with. Dyslexia means it affects reading and related language based processing skills. So the answer is dyslexia is always reading. Dysgraphia is related to writing, and mathematical is dyscalculia. And dyspraxia is the problems in movements and coordination. So here the option is option 1, reading disorder. Now 18th one, in CCE formative and summative assessment weightage in Telangana is 1. 60% and 40% respectively, 2. 50% and 50% respectively, 3. 20 and 80% respectively, 4. 30% and 70% respectively. In this also two options, that is option 2 and option 3 were considered, 50 and 50% and 20 and 80% as the answers in the examination. Now 19th one, according to Bloom's taxonomy, if we have to assess a child's knowledge, which of the following domains we are looking into? Option 1, cognitive domain, 2, cognitive and affective domain, 3, psychomotor domain, and 4, affective domain. So here in the question they are saying about knowledge. So knowledge comes under cognitive domain. Cognitive means thoughts, thinking, knowledge like memorizing, reasoning, everything comes under cognitive domain. Affective means the emotions or the feelings, and psychomotor means actions, that is doings. 20th one, the National Curriculum Framework 2005 expects a teacher to be child's 1, facilitator, 2, guide, 3, monitor, 4, friend. So the answer is option 1, facilitator. 21st, among the following, identify the statement which does not match here. So they are asking which does not match. 1, development proceeds from general to specific. Yes, that's true. Second one, development is an integrated process. Yes, that's also correct. Third one, development is a continuous and lifelong process. Yes, growth stops at a point but development continues. Fourth one, development is a result of maturation. Not only maturation, we have many other aspects also. So the fourth one is wrong. Now 22nd one, this is an unlearned or innate response in the reaction to a specific class of stimuli. 1, reflex, 2, insight, 3 species specific behavior, 4 instinct. So instinct means what we feel at the moment, that is an unlearned and innate response. Instinct means we are getting that response immediately. It's not an learned one or which is coming, it's coming immediately. So unlearned or innate response in reaction to a specific class or stimuli is instinct. According to Piaget, children develop abstract logic and reasoning skills during 1. Concrete operational stage, 2. Formal operational stage, 3. Sensory motor stage, and 4. Pre-operational stage. So here they are asking develop abstract logic and reasoning skills during formal operational stage. Next, 24th one, determinants of individual differences in human beings relate to 1. Interaction between heredity and environment, 2. No influence of both heredity and environment, 3. Differences in environment, 4. Differences in heredity and environment. So we always know there is a relation between interaction between heredity and environment. So answer is option 1, interaction between heredity and environment. 25th one, the correct sequence of the 5 stages of the Freud's theory is. So Freud's theory, the stages are oral, anal, phallic, latency, and then genital. So the answer is option 3, oral, anal, phallic, latency, and genital. 26th one, according to Erickson, in which stage children do not want help from others. They don't want help from others. 1. Initiative versus guilt, 2. Industry versus inferiority, 3. Trust versus mistrust, and 4th one, that is autonomy versus shame. Here according to Erickson, this is a stage where children do not want any help from others. Autonomy versus shame. 27th one, the thinking process involved in producing an idea or concept that is new, original, and useful is termed as 1. Unique, 2. Flexible, 3. Creativity, and 4. Innovation. So when they are creating something new, then that is their creativity. So answer is option 3, creativity. Now 28th one, language can be summarized in the terms of 1. Sentence structure and memory, 2. Only sentences, 3. Prepositions and sentence structure, 4. Prepositions and memory. So it is a sentence structure and also the memory. 29th one, according to Kohlberg, in which stage a child thinks that I won't cheat on the test because my parents will be ashamed of me. 1. Interpersonal relationships, 2. Social contract and individual, 3. Obedience and punishment, 4. Individualism and exchange. So we know the 3 stages of Kohlberg, that is pre-conventional, conventional, and post-conventional. So cheating and all this comes in interpersonal relationship, that is the stage from conventional. There are 2 stages in conventional, interpersonal and authority and social order. So it comes in interpersonal relationships. 30th one, introspection method was used mainly by behaviorism, pragmatism, functionalism, structuralism. So introspection method means we knowing about ourselves by self-observation. This is a method of self-observation, where intro means within and spection means looking. So that is looking within ourselves. So method was used by behaviorism or pragmatism, functionalism or structuralism. So for this answer is the major tool for structuralist psychology was introspection. Structuralists use the method of introspection to attempt to create a map of the elements of consciousness. So answer for this is structuralism. By this we have completed all the 30 bits of the CDP. So we'll meet in the next video. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.